Buenas Darks, aquí estamos con Indominus Dark y el defenestrado Hardy Daytona.
¡Ey! Muy buenas, Indominus Dark. Me gusta.
Bueno, a ver, importante esto. Vais a tener 15 minutos aproximadamente de cassettes, pero son muy importantes. Es sobre la conversación de Code Talker y Skullface. Os la dejo para que la escuchéis.
Ya at e. You disappoint me. Have you forgotten my face?
Leave me be.
You won't respond to anyone else, so I figured it must be me you wanted to see. But now you won't even look at me.
Have I not suffered enough?
Not until you've eased my suffering first. To tell you the truth, old man, I'm in a bit of a bind. It's about your children. You know what I mean? The parasites. The ones that infect a man's throat, killing him if he speaks their language.
They must not be allowed to multiply.
You are allowed to live only in order to help me. But you don't want to, do you? So why not choose death instead? Because you want to protect the Digne and their land from me. That's your purpose, isn't it? Don't lose sight of that now. It's in your interest to cooperate. Because if you don't...
Madness.
The parasites can't detect your people's tongue. So I'll just have to resort to more heavy-handed means. I have the greatest respect for your people. I would rather avoid such a thing, but we don't always get our way. I was born a tiny mote in a mighty tempest, and until those winds abate, all I can choose is how to act when they blow me this way or that. Tell me, Code Talker, what happens to a man infected with a pair of your parasites? Can they be removed? Can the full-blown symptoms be prevented?
It is impossible to remove the parasites alone. They have too close an affinity with humans.
Then how do you stop the symptoms from developing? All right. I was hoping for an answer now, but perhaps you just need a little more time. I'll be back soon. I've set up shop, not far from here. We'll be seeing a lot more of each other.
If you're close by, then it is almost complete.
We're in the final phases. All that's left is to see if I can actually disable a nuke, with the help of your metallic archaea. Once that's done, I won't have to return here again, and your suffering will end, as will your people's. We're almost finished, Code Talker, each in our own way.
My only regret will be not finishing you.
There's nothing stopping you. I'm only alive because you want me that way.
Ridiculous.
As you wish. My regret is this misunderstanding between us. You and I, our goal is the same. We should be working together. A symbiosis.
You do not know my mind. I simply want the Diné bloodline to endure.
Really now? You're just another mote in the storm. How you react to all the slings and arrows, that's what counts. That's why you call those squirming monsters your children.
What I have done is forbidden. Forgive me, all of you.
The world should be left the way it is. You of all men should know that. Forgive me, but my schedule has changed. The time for grace and good manners has now run out.
Please. Torture will not work on me. Surely you know this.
Oh, I have no intention of getting rough with you. You haven't been beaten. Your hands aren't even tied. Just like me, you live in symbiosis with countless parasites. What wounds I might inflict, they'll patch right up. You might feel considerable pain, but I've no doubt you can withstand it.
Then what do you plan on doing?
I have a soldier standing outside. Nothing special about him, except that he always obeys. I have given him one instruction. Whenever I ring this bell, he passes on a message for me. That message is simply, go.
What is this?
After that, though, it gets complicated. The message will arrive at a room, a little bigger than this one, nothing special. Some of your people are in this room, surrounded by my men.
Enough of this.
They pick them at random. No regard for age, gender. In that, I suppose, they're different from you. Not as discriminating. They tied them up, one by one, blindfolded them. We had to maintain order, you understand?
You bastard.
Go. When they hear that, my men will pick one of your people and infect them with a parasite. Your parasite.
It won't work on my people.
True. The vocal cord parasite doesn't respond to your language. But what about English?
An English strain. It exists.
A ring of this bell, and they infect one person. If that person abandons the Navajo language, the English strain will trigger symptoms.
You monster.
So, it's quite simple. Every time I ring the bell, another of your people is infected.
Don't do this.
I don't want to do this. I'd rather not have to ring the bell, which is why I'm hoping you will talk to me.
What do you want? What else could you possibly want?
You know the answer to that. How to prevent the symptoms caused by the parasite.
You cannot control it like some slave. Forget the idea.
Forget it. Unlikely.
I will never tell you. What have you done?
You made me do that.
You black-hearted...
Settle down.
Don't use it again.
Well, that is up to you. All you need to do is tell me what I want. How to prevent the vocal cord parasite's symptoms.
Why? Why do you need to know?
The adult soldiers at Amasa are all dead.
What?
The parasite traveled downstream.
How?
It would appear that he was involved. Another demon who woke up from 9 years of slumber. As a result, the vocal cord parasite spread through the village.
I told you this would happen.
It was an unfortunate accident. He is becoming an annoyance. He may stumble upon the truth sooner or later, but I suppose that is really of no consequence. One day, he too will pay for what he has done.
Black Anna. The real demon is you.
You know, this incident made me realize something. You are right. I should have acted with more humility. These creatures cannot be controlled. All the more reason I require a means to stop them.
There is no such way.
Oh, really?
Wait! Don't ring it again.
It is up to you. Out with it!
I see now. There must be more to it than that.
What?
They are in you. You use this land to breed more of my children. And not just here. No. In pursuit of your ethnic cleansers, you sifted through many language strains, finding hosts, breeding more and more. You would have been infected in the process, infected with countless strains. Most likely your mother tongues as well. Romania, Northern Transylvania. You found that one too. Yes, the Hungarian strain that responds to the CK's dialect.
Silence!
Black Anna. It is you who shall pay.
Is this your retaliation, old man?
Let my people go and never bother them again. You heard me. What now? What? No! What are you doing?
I am not afraid. I probably have every language strain inside of me. Meaning all the world's languages are already lost to me. But that suits me fine. If need be, I myself can produce whatever strain is needed.
And that means nothing to you. If you are infected, you can never again speak your mother tongue. Otherwise you will die. As will every one of your countrymen.
A few words here and there won't trigger the symptoms. And besides, the time is not yet right to show this face in my homeland. Not until my revenge is complete. Now...
Stop!
We're out of time. I have to get going. Well...
No! Radiation. It's radiation.
Radiation, of course. So it can be used.
But how much? I do not know.
Radiation denatures their reproductive cells, preventing them from mating.
Same principle as the sterilization technique. The reproductive cells are more sensitive to radiation than the rest of the body. But I have not tested it. There is no telling what mutation could result, or how the host may be affected. Not to mention what could happen if this is done post-infection.
I don't care. This plan goes into action now. As long as it works, the details can wait. You wouldn't be lying to me, of course, old man.
I can guarantee nothing.
I owe you my life. My body has been burned on countless occasions, but it survives, thanks to your children. That is why I trust you.
Then do not repeat my mistake.
What's that?
In the West, it is said that the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. In the East, it is said the man of flesh brings spiritual power to words. The people knew back then that these creatures carry the gospel. They do not belong in our hands. They must not be touched.
How enlightening. I'll remember that. Consider this my thanks.
What are you?
Catch.
No!
Clouds approaching.
Well then, I'm afraid it really is goodbye this time, Code Talker.
Huh? There is no soldier.
Huh. Now where did he run off to? Guess he wasn't as obedient as I thought.
There never was any soldier.
So long.
You! How dare you!
Bueno, pues ya se han terminado. ¿No os da la sensación de que esto debería haber sido un vídeo explicativo?
Yo creo que sí, la verdad. Esta parte ha sido bastante importante y como el Skullface ha salido tan poco, hubiese estado bien una cinemática así, con la intimidación que ha mostrado, al menos por voz, en esta grabación.
Boss, your objective is to steal an entire truck from a PF convoy. We don't have a fix on the truck we want, but the intel team has spotted the unit that's been tasked with escorting it. They're stationed at the guard post to the north of Nova Braga Airport on the Savannah. The rendezvous with our target will be any time now. Start by heading to that guard post. Then follow the escort unit. It should lead you right to the target truck. Boss, extract them from the mission area. You can check the target details on your iDroid.
So what were they doing at Nzoya Badia, Baloo? That facility with all the people laid out in rows.
The abandoned factory Shabani was held in. It is precisely as you guessed. Black Anna was coding languages into the vocal cord parasites. They infected the subjects with the parasites, then made an incision in the throat to expose the vocal cord.
You've reached the guard post. Where's the escort unit?
Applied language directly to the parasites.
And the parasites learn the languages that way.
That's some teaching method.
I just don't get how a bunch of bugs had the brain power for it.
They don't. Do not judge them by human standards. They do not learn as a function of intellect.
Then how do they do it?
What language the parasites
The
react?
escort unit isn't there. We must be too late. Is there anything there that might lead us to the target? Look everywhere in the guard post.
And you would never learn the language and react to it. The pronunciation, rhythm, and structure are different. But what about, say, Spanish and Portuguese?
You found an intel file. Use your iDroid to scan it, and we'll analyze it here.
They're Ibero-Romance languages.
Even so, a Spanish language mating.
Bueno, Darks, vamos a hacer un mini parón aquí, en este trozo, para explicaros que esto, que no os confundáis, que es la misión 37, pero no pasa nada, se pueden completar las misiones de manera desordenada y además estas misiones no son del modo historia, son repetidas, así que bueno, después de la 37 ya haremos misiones de modo
Perfect,
historia.
boss. It's the escort plan for the transport truck. I'm putting the escort unit's predicted route on your iDroid. Get after them. They should rendezvous with the
Y
target
ahora
soon.
seguimos con los cassettes.
Exposed to Portuguese will not copulate. Only when they hear Spanish. Only then. And the majority of their offspring will be the same.
So it's a literal case of a mother tongue. But if that's so, I don't see how the different strains can be created in the first place.
Well, among the many thousands of offspring, there may be just a few that react to Portuguese.
You're talking about mutations.
Correct. Playing the tapes helps to identify the mutant strains. Those specimens are then isolated and bred with one another. From their children, specimens that react more strongly to Portuguese can again be selected and bred. Repeating this process creates a strain that reacts solely to Portuguese and never to Spanish. Mutation and selection. No different to breeding roses.
So you kept increasing the change over the generations, adapting them to languages from all over the world. Must have taken a hell of a lot of patience.
More like patience. Just how many died for this?
There's something I still don't get. In order to tell which larvae will react to Portuguese, you'd have to let them develop and then see which copulate. That means you'd need tens of thousands of guinea pigs. There's no way you can
That soldier, he isn't with the CFA. What could be so important that it would require 2 major PFs to guard it?
But there is a more effective selection method when training the vocal cord parasites. Go on. It is not only when mating that the parasites listen for language. Shortly before hatching, larvae display markedly increased activity in reaction to particular language. The active eggs can be identified under a black light. So the eggs that react to Portuguese...
Subject on board. Leave the rest to us.
Subjects. So you see, narrowing down strains that react to the target language is an effective process. Though I'm sure that even so, many lost their lives to create the various strains. Taken against their will into that dungeon. There are 2 reasons for playing the tapes for the parasites. 1, to isolate the eggs that respond to the target language. And 2, to cause the specimens raised from the selected eggs to mate.
I get how the system works. But why do they respond to language before they even...
He's coming too. Roger that.
...can mate from inside an egg?
It is because the larvae learn the language before hatching.
You mentioned that what language the
Y bueno, ahora vamos a
parasites
parar.
respond to is
Ya hemos llegado al
hard-coded into
sitio
their
donde tenemos que
genes,
hacer la misión. Vamos a
and that they
parar
don't have
las
the brain
grabaciones,
power
que
to
no nos
actually
molesten.
learn a language. But then you say that the larvae at Nzoia
Creo que en esta
Badia
misión ya hemos
were
escuchado hasta
learning the
bastantes.
languages
Teníamos
in
un
the
montón
egg.
pendientes y ahora nos quedaría pendiente también esta del aprendizaje de idiomas de los parásitos. Pero bueno, si no la pongo tampoco va a pasar nada, ¿verdad? Más adelante.
Para más adelante. Estos son interesantes de todos modos, ¿eh? Te revelan cómo funciona el parásito y demás.
Sí, lo mismo al final del vídeo o en una siguiente misión. Ya la mostraré. Vale.
Hay algunas grabaciones que creo que deberían haber estado marcadas en amarillo, ¿eh? Que dices, al no estar en amarillo, pues te las saltas, ¿no? Y dices, no son nada, pero luego ves que, oye, están bastante bien.
Sí, sí. Vale, una cosa importante, ¿no? Ahora hemos pedido un arma especial, que es francotirador de alto calibre y alta perforación. Se llama el Brennan, para enfrentarnos a los Skull, porque esta misión, si la recordáis, haréis un poquito de memoria de esta misión, nos piden exactamente las mismas tareas y
son chungos estos, ¿eh? En esta misión, si no tienes un planteamiento claro...
Tranquilo que lo tenemos. Tenemos un planteamiento, tenemos los tanques de aquí al lado que los utilizaremos para cargarlos. Y tenemos esta arma que va muy bien. Hemos preparado a Quiet, como hemos visto anteriormente. La hemos preparado en esta zona. Te recomiendo que Quiet lleve el fusil pecaminosa, pero no lo tenemos aún.
Además podría matar sin querer a algunos que otros soldados normales, ¿no? Es mejor que no lo lleve.
Hay que preparar alguna trampa, pero es que no te da casi ni tiempo, como estáis viendo. Además, tampoco son muy efectivas las C4 contra estos. Llevamos nuestro lanzagranadas también, que les quita mucha vida y es muy rápido. Y lo que os he dicho, utilizar mucho los tanques rápidamente para cargárnoslo. Y el CQC. Vamos allá.
¿Eran de color rojo estos tanques?
No.
Han cambiado, ¿no?
Han cambiado. Es lo que le ha quitado.
¿Lo ves?
Buena. Mirad que bien. Ya me he cargado uno. Fijaros si es recomendable. Luego nos tendremos que dar mucha prisa en extraerlos. Ahora sí que podemos extraerlos. Podemos utilizarlos. Ahí. Vale, hemos cargado dos. Uno se está recuperando. Se están recuperando, ¿lo veis?
Se han puesto la armadura de roca.
Tropear no me de nada y me la han roto. Hay que salir ya. Pues aprovecharemos para extraer al primero. ¿Por qué lo hacemos ahora y no después? Porque podemos perder...
¡Qué buena!
Vale, es momento de aprovechar. Ah, no, lleva el...
Está con el escudo.
Vale, fuera, otro fuera.
Es que después al acabar con los 4 se levantan y huyen. Así que tienes razón, es mejor guiarles ahora.
Sí.
Oh, no hay ángulo.
Dispara. Ya me está intentando. Ya lo tengo hecho polvo también. Nada. Vamos a enfrentarnos cuerpo a cuerpo con ellos. Total, tienen que quedar 2 solo ahora.
Queda uno, ¿no?
Queda uno, ¿sí? ¿Son 4 o son 5?
Son 4, diría. ¿Has tumbado 3? A ver, que si te quieres poner más enemigos, adelante. Y vale, queda nada.
Ya está.
Hola.
Sí,
Y los 4 extraídos, además, muy bueno.
pues sí, porque en esta misión las tareas son identificar al camión, extraer el camión, extraer el conductor del camión del transporte, recuperar un archivo de inteligencia, que eso ya lo hemos hecho al principio, escuchar todas las conversaciones, que eso no lo hemos hecho, que no se puede hacer todo de una vez, o vas a por los de Zero Risk, que también es otra tarea, o hacemos escuchar todas las conversaciones, no se pueden hacer las dos. Y por último, acabar con los cráneos y extraerlos. Más o menos esta misión la he hecho marcando los parámetros que he hecho en la otra. La única diferencia ha sido cómo me he enfrentado a los escudos.
Más o menos el fondo es lo mismo, lo que pasa que aquí machacan mucho más.
¿Veis? Tarea de 6 de 8. Me faltaría lo de escuchar todas las conversaciones y coger al del transporte, que estará por aquí, pero a saber dónde. O hay que hacerlo antes de que vengan los skulls. Sí, hay que hacerlo antes de que vengan los skulls, de hecho. Pues si no se vuelven en modo zombie y ya como que los pierdes. Bueno, a la táctica de siempre. Nos vamos con un cajón de suministro.
Es la mejor manera, de salir de una misión.
Queda muy pronto.
Ya tienes la de blindaje. ¿Dijors por qué se queja?
Porque lo hemos extraído.
Oh.
No les gusta que les extraigan. Entonces baja un puntito, nada más que un puntito, y hace que no sea al 100% y nos aparezcan todas las estrellas.
Ahora podrás llevar el traje de roca también, como los blindados estos, los cráneos.
Sí.
Con el traje parasitario.
De hecho, no los mostraré en modo principal porque te limita la puntuación a la A. Lo mostraré en alguna secundaria y mostraré también los poderes que tiene cada uno.
Sí, pues están chulos.
Tranquilos que estamos hablando aquí encima, pero esto ya lo habéis escuchado anteriormente.
Sí, no hay nada nuevo de argumento aquí, es misión repetida. Aunque te la ponen como nueva el juego.
Soldado legendario, la S. Y ahora los de élite. Y aprovechamos como siempre en esta zona para despedirnos. Muchas gracias por el apoyo, chao.
Hasta la vista.